that at least this much is available. So,
Okay, sorry to interrupt you. Akash is joining us on the broadcast. Akash, my gosh, you've had a very close shave. How are you feeling?
Yeah, hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are, Akash. You have had a very close shave, buddy. I'm sure it's been a shock to the system. What's happened? How are you feeling?
It was a close shave. Many people. I'm going through my tweet. I can find some sort of negative tweets as well that this is being done for the engagement purpose. But those people, I think they are not aware that if you go through my previous tweets, I have because if I'm paying for something, obviously I want better services, right? So I have highlighted similar issues in the past as well.
Okay,
It
so
is not
Akash,
just
what
related to
time
Air
did
India,
you
but
board
other
the flight?
airlines or
What
other
time did you
companies as
board
well.
the flight
So
this
first of
morning?
all, I would like to clarify this was not done for the engagement or any kind of purpose. I have even uploaded my boarding pass as a proof, as an evidence that I was traveling on this flight on the same registration number.
Akash, what time did you board the flight this morning?
From Delhi, the flight took off exactly at 10:07 and it landed in Ahmedabad exactly at 11:15.
So the flight was roughly on time?
Sorry?
Was the flight on time?
Yeah, flight was on time. The scheduled departure was 9:50, so it took off around 10:07. That is on time. But the arrival in Ahmedabad was 12:30, so 11:30, but we landed before time.
Okay, so in fact it was before time. Now the people who were sitting with you and you were sitting right on top of the wings, what was your seat number?
My seat number was 25A, and my father was sitting next to me on 25B. One of my friend, he was sitting on 30D.
Okay, and were the other people flying from Delhi, were some of them going on to London? So they were doing Delhi, Ahmedabad, London?
To be honest, I cannot verify that. I literally cannot verify that because I did not talk to anyone over on the flight.
Fair enough.
Where you are traveling to, what the final destination is. So I cannot confirm that.
Okay, fair enough. What was the issue? Because your post says that the biggest problem was that the AC was not working when you were on the tarmac. What was the issue?
So AC not working, as I can hear from many people that AC not working during takeoff is common. But I have experienced it for the first time. Maybe it is common. I agree with that. But after the takeoff, the compressor was going like on and off, on and off. So that was something very unusual for me. Ki why it is happening again and again? Because there was so much of suffocation inside the cabin.
So was the AC dysfunctional even during the flight?
Yes. The compressor of the AC, it was going on and off. Even if you would connect to other passengers as well. When the flight landed at Ahmedabad, so it did not we had to use a bus hall. So when we boarded the bus, there were few people who were saying कि बस का AC प्लेन के AC से ज़्यादा पावरफुल और ज़्यादा ठंडा कर रखा है इसने, क्योंकि in flight the AC was. So one thing also I would like to clarify: the people saying that AC has nothing to do with the crash. It is not only about the crash. If I am facing, or if anyone would have been at my place, if we are paying, so it is our responsibility to highlight the issue with the airlines.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, of course it is.
Right?
And I'm assuming that's why
even
you shot
if
the
the
video.
AC was not working, few people are saying it has nothing to do with the.
It might or might not, but what you're providing is important testimony. Okay, all right. So you're saying the AC even during the flight was coming on and going off. It wasn't functioning well.
Yes.
Okay, and your entertainment system, you said, was also not functioning.
Yeah, see, exactly. I don't know how people turn the news into different angles. That is one of the worst things that is happening these days. I just highlighted my issues. I am not saying it has anything to do with the crash, but highlighting issues is not a bad thing.
Okay, so and you put out this post.
Okay, one more thing. Even if the AC was not
Yeah, so you put out this post before the crash took place, of course, immediately after landing. Was that it?
No. I'll tell you. So I am flying back to Delhi. As you can see, I'm in my cab. I'm about to reach Ahmedabad airport. I'm flying Air India again after 2 hours. Right? So I had to post immediately after landing, but I was like, I got into the car and I had to go to 120 kilometers away from Ahmedabad. right? So I was very in a very rush, and my phone battery went down. So I put my phone on charging mode in airplane mode, and then when I turned on, I was just posting. It was like around 2 hours or 2 hours 10 15 minutes. I was just posting. So on Instagram, I saw before opening Twitter, I opened Instagram, and I saw one message from my friend. I hope भैया you are safe. Take care of yourself. अहमदाबाद में plane crash हुआ है. सो आई थॉट कि चलो ट्विटर पे जाने पोस्ट करने से पहले एक बार देख लेता हूँ क्या है क्या नहीं है. आई सॉ इट एंड आई वाज शॉक्ड टू सी कि ये वही प्लेन है जिसमें मैं अभी थोड़ी देर पहले आया हूँ.
So you are saying you're taking a flight from Ahmedabad to Delhi tonight. You're on the way to the airport.
I'm all the way to the airport. I'm on the way to the airport, but I want to request Air India staff that please check your aircraft properly before it is taking off. Please request, my humble request. I am very much scared at the moment. If anyone would have been at my place, they would have been in the same condition, right? I am very much scared at this moment.
Was there anything else that you noticed on board the aircraft before I let you go? Anything else that troubled you on board the aircraft before you boarded?
I mentioned in other channels in the overhead. So my seat was 25A. In the overhead, there was this much of space, and through that space, I was able to see one silver coil, right, and one black wire, which are I know those are the part of the aircraft only. They're manufacturing thing, technical things, mechanical things, right? But I did not notice any such thing before in any of my flights. So and then there were two tissue papers which are hanging with that. So I thought कि छोटा मोटा है ये होता होगा maybe, but मैंने देखा है first time देखा है. I wanted to highlight it to the crew as well. कि क्या है every issue that I face I wanted to highlight it to the crew. But the thing was in Boeing 787 there is no button to call the crew overhead. The button is in the remote control or the screen. And as I mentioned in the video, neither my remote nor my screen were working properly, right? And even my father was sitting next to me. His remote and his TV screen were also not working, functioning properly. So how would I have called the cabin crew while it was on the ground? Then after takeoff, the cabin crew got busy in serving food, and that time my major concern was AC. So I asked my dad कि it is still hot. So he said कि आधे घंटे की flight है आप adjust कर लें. So I said okay, even I am wearing half t-shirt, so it is okay. As I am like adaptive now, I am adaptive to the temperature, so it was okay. But that thing, यार छोटी चीजें होती हैं. Like this is not the first time I'm traveling in plane. We have traveled so many times, so I cannot just tell small things to the crew as well. And I wanted to tell, but I was not able to call them. And also I was like I had a very busy schedule last evening as well. Last night I did not sleep properly. Today I'm coming back to Delhi. So personal reasons are also there. A man can forget like highlighting the issue to the crew as well, right? So this is not a thing that if I have not highlighted to the crew, this is not good, this is that and that. I don't agree with this.
No. Don't worry about the online trolling. You now have a safe flight back home, and give our best wishes. It's obviously been scary for you and your family. Thank you, Akash, for sharing us your perspective. What you have on your phone is of course valuable evidence, and I'm hoping the authorities. Have you been contacted by the authorities yet? Has somebody from the DGCA called you?
I've only been contacted by all the news channels, and there are so many in the queue as well. But as I told you, even my internet has been, it has been consumed the daily.
I'm assuming, and I would recommend Akash, I'll let you go. But I'm assuming that the DGCA and Air India both should be calling you because they should be speaking to you as soon as you land in Delhi. I mean, what you have to say is very, very materially important to what has taken place in what might well be the biggest civil aviation disaster in the history of the world, let alone this country. Akash, fingers crossed, to praise be to God, okay? That's all one can say. Very strange and surprising that indeed nobody from the DGCA or Air India has gotten in touch with him yet. I think it would be useful if somebody was sitting on board this flight. Can we free Akash, please, so that he can move on and he can board his flight? Can we free him? Let's free him, please. Yeah, Akash, go ahead. You want to make a point? Go ahead.
Yeah. Say one thing before I leave the call. So the thing that you were saying that you asked me this question, whether I have been contacted by the DGCA or not. I have been getting so many calls since this morning, so it is not even possible for me to answer each and every call. I was getting a call from a landline number as well, 0120 from Noida. So I think probably it was from the news channel,
Yeah,
because
Noida
it
news
would have been
channel.
a call
Yeah,
from
yeah. DGCA
yeah.
won't be
So
0120. Yes.
but I'm not confirming because I have so many missed
Okay, so
calls, so
somebody
many
might have
messages.
tried to contact you, but
Might have, yeah.
but if
There
we can get
there's
in
a
touch with you, so
possibility.
can they. All right, I'm hoping that they do, and you please cooperate with them as you have. Don't worry about the trolls; that they don't matter. What you saw and felt and recorded and photographed is very, very important. So keep that carefully. Don't delete it. Keep it carefully. Akash, Vats, thank you for joining us. Wish you a safe flight. I know it's going to be a scary one after what has just happened. Not an easy one that is going to take place as we speak. Let me open up this conversation. Joining us now on the broadcast to just absorb